Hey healthy gamers, Jack here. Have something different for you today. It's an interview with a YouTuber named Kaeyi. I wanted to interview her because she has some really interesting ideas about community building, and also she is a healthy gamer. So we're going to be talking about this cool little innovative idea she has that I'm totally going to steal for our server, about how she's going to bring all of the guild leaders for the guild into one, I guess you could call it like a mastermind guild or just an over guild, where they can then plan events and share resources and just get to know each other, so there's a stronger community, and so you can really bring the guilds of the server together into one bigger entity, so you can really dominate some world events and world v world and things like that. Right, so the idea is to have a council for all the guild leaders, right?
Yes. So basically, say me and you are guild leaders. I've got my guild, you've got your guild, and what we'll both be is I'll invite you into the DSC, and it basically will be a guilding game where I invite all the guild leaders of the guilds who want to participate, and it's just I can easily see who all the guild leaders are. So if I'm just like, oh man, I really need to know who the guild leader of this guild is, I can just look on the DSC, look at the guild info, and just be like, right, that's who it is, and I can easily speak to them by seeing that they're online or offline without actually having to represent the guild. That's kind of what I want to bring together with the DSC, is that, you might be a Russian guild, you might be a German guild, and you might hate the way that I run my guild, and you might have a sort of a council rather than one guild leader, or you might focus on, different leadership styles, but you can all come together for one goal and not have all of that drama. You've literally just got the guild leaders that come together and say, right, we're going to do a big world v world push on Wednesday. We'll all be there. And that's it. That's as simple as it's got to be. You've not got to have any of the drama like, oh, you're the leader of this guild and blah, blah, blah. And I just think it's a really simple way to kind of have that effectiveness in world v world and all work together without having to worry about, you're poaching members from my guild and doing stuff like that. So I think as a community side of things, everyone will start to know who everyone is. You'll see a guild run around and have their guild tag. You'll be like, wait, I know the guild leader of that guild. Hey, like, we're friends now. And I think the server as a whole will kind of feel a lot closer, which means you won't get that whole, oh, that's a bad guild, you're a bad player. Hopefully people will kind of work together and actually try and win in World v World rather than just kind of have the inter-guild wars that kind of prevent them from actually succeeding. Right. And I just think it's an easy way to be able to interact with other people. And if we're a small guild, say I've got 10 people in my guild and I really want to do the Shatterer one day and we really want to do it with about 50 people, I can contact other guilds and try and get more to build a more epic experience for my guildies. And it's just, I think it's a way just to be able to the guild leaders work together without having to work together as an entire server. So by contacting, say, 5 guild leaders, you could potentially have hundreds of people doing an event simply by contacting those people.
Yep, so we got that a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, right, and that would just be a really good idea to make coordinating things so much easier.
Because Guild Wars 2 focuses on the wider picture. You're not just a guild that's going into dungeons to kill bosses and do PvP and be the best guild on the server. There are aspects...
That's my guild. That's my guild. Yeah. But go ahead.
But there are aspects like world and server events that mean people do have to kind of work together and things like that. So you can have the competitive aspect and be like, yes, I'm going to down all the bosses first, which, essentially I will try to do. I'm very PvE focused, so I will try and get the dungeons down as quick as possible, get the best gear that I can, be as cool looking. I want to stand in Lion's Arch with my badass gear. But when it comes down to it, I am very community focused, and I think, people should work together. And
yeah, let's just talk about the importance of having a strong community. What's why do you think that's so important?
I just generally think it's important because people forget that we play games for fun, and even though we do have these goals and things that we want to achieve, that we play it because we enjoy it. We either want to get away from our busy real lives, or generally we just enjoy interacting with other people. And having a strong community just means that you can go about your day, you can enjoy what you do without having to worry about being called a noob, without people, generally causing you grief. And you can run around, and Guild Wars 2 is specifically designed around the fact that you can run around, not be in a party, and play with whoever you want. Now, if you have a strong community on top of that, it means you can run around and be like, hey, can I join your party? And they'll be like, oh, I recognize your guild. Join the DSC. Awesome, yes.
Right.
That's really...
No, I agree. I think a lot of times we forget about... bless you. We forget about that there's real people behind the screen, and I think a good example of this is Dota and League of Legends. If you look at Dota, if you're terrible at Dota, you're gonna get just absolutely hammered in game. They'll call you a noob. They're gonna just destroy your ego and destroy you in game. But if you look at League of Legends, they have a better community, and in there, people actually help each other out. I think that's the biggest takeaway from having a good community is you want to be around the people that are not they're going to help you when they see you in trouble. They're not going to call you a noob and just absolutely destroy your day.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I went from League of Legends to Dota 2. Hold on. My throat.
Too many cats? Are you a crazy cat lady?
No, I think when I just talk so much, I get so excited.
Yeah. I know, you're getting pretty excited. Are you on a caffeine high right now?
It's just like Guild Wars 2 just like does this to me. Right.
You're cracked down on Guild Wars 2. Okay. Right. Yeah, I see those. Are you wearing Guild Wars 2 headphones right now?
Yeah, I am.
Wow. You might be more nerdy than me. And I'm Asian, so.
Yeah, I started off at League of Legends, so I had like a really nice atmosphere to go into. I started playing the game, I had people helping me, I found people who I liked playing with, and then through YouTube I kind of got more and more people that wanted to play with me. Then I moved over to Dota 2. My friend was like, you have to play this game. Tried it, hated it. And I went back to it and he was like, I'll coach you in it. And it was definitely something that you need someone to kind of walk you through it. It's a lot different, but the community is awful. I know people who have like spoke on voice chat and just been insulted because like of who they are, their gender or where they're from, if they've got accent, and they just get abused. And it's just like, I will never talk in voice chat on Dota at all. The community is horrible.
No, I agree, and you kind of see that on different forums too, like D2JSP or I don't know if you play much Diablo 3, but some of those Diablo 3 forums are just god awful, and it's all about the tone you set with your community.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think with my guild, it's like 270 people, which on its own is already quite a big.
Look at you, so popular.
So it's quite a big community already, and we're really, really close. Even though there's so many of us, we all get on so well, and we all kind of know each other and know everyone's names, and we can extend that into the whole server. And I think with the DSC, I'm already getting to know other guild leaders and getting to know how they run their guilds and what kind of things they like. And I'm really excited. We're all kind of bringing ideas. They're saying, oh, I really want to run this event. Great, awesome. People all get involved. I want to do some charity events on the server, much like Pink Day in LA that they did in Guild Wars 1. If we can do some charity streams on Desolation server to raise money for like Child's Play, that's awesome. We can get the whole server involved, which is like a really big community. And also just fun events as well. If we can have loads of people just storming the Shatterer or doing keg brawl or things like that, it'll bring that fun aspect to the game that we all seem to forget as well. And also, like you said, remembering that there's people behind the keyboard.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that's the biggest draw of the MMO is just the community and being able to interact with people. I know I went through some times when I was like freshman year of college where I was playing MMOs 12 hours a day, but I didn't feel lonely because my closest friends were in my guild. And it's such a weird concept, but I think, if you can enhance that community aspect and make it even more enjoyable, have more events, meet more people, and just be around more positive people that you enjoy being around, that's going to make the game so much better.
Exactly. I mean, my house, I'm currently at university and I live with 6 girls, and none of them make games.
Lord.
I think that none of them game. They literally use the internet for Facebook and YouTube and watching films. And they don't game at all, don't even console game. Like, if I got my Wii out, they'd just be like, what do I do? It's that bad. And but they always say to me, like, you never leave your room. And like, yeah, I'll go watch films and stuff with them. But a lot of the time I'm sat where I am now at my PC, and I'm sat here for, like you said, about 12 hours a day. I get lonely in regards to like real life when I walk around my house and it's like, there's no one here. Where is everyone? But
my life is so sad.
Yeah, in real life, my life is sad. But online, I have the most amazing time. I've now got like my guild. I've got people who follow me on Twitter. I've got constantly people talking to me on Steam and Facebook, and you can't feel lonely when you have that.
Right, I agree, and it's a really interesting. There's I think through my channel, I know a lot of gamers have anxiety issues and confidence issues, and it's a really good way for them to start developing social skills in a non-threatening situation and just around positive people.
And I mean, I've said this so many times, and my parents would never believe me, but if I never played WoW, I would have never got to speak to people from all over the world.
Hmm.
I would have never made friends in various areas. And, I now speak to people who work all over the world, in all different kinds of jobs, lawyers, gamers, graphic designers.
Awesome
And I would
Asians on
never
YouTube.
yeah, awesome Asians on YouTube. And I wouldn't meet these people. Like, for example, yourself, Psycho Power Ranger, Matt Visual, like I would have never got to meet them and, be able to play with them if I was never online. And you wouldn't have these friends. And I would probably have a lonelier life if I wasn't at my computer.
You said you play like 12 hours a day. Let's talk about health now. What are you going to do to prepare for Guild Wars 2 release?
Well, I think the biggest thing is kind of planning what you're going to eat. For me, eating and drinking and sleeping is like the core thing. I mean, as much as like you
Yeah,
probably,
for like most people, yes.
yeah, like, it is important to eat, sleep and drink,
Yeah.
but it's kind of planning it. So I'll go to a supermarket and think, I'm going to know like this game for like a week. I need a week's worth of stuff to maximize my playtime and minimize my illness that I'm going to get after this. So I'll, plan snacks if I'm going to have quite a lot of carbohydrates. For energy, eat a lot of pasta. I'll also make big batches. I know you do as well, of like stir fry, and I'll make the biggest batch of stir fry, put it in little pots and just like microwave it and heat it up when I want to eat it. And I think that's great because not only has it got like vegetables and protein and chicken, it's also healthy for you and it's easy, it's quick as well. So if you just spend like an hour before you start gaming making it, and then you can just heat it up in like 10 minutes and you're ready to go again. So I think that's the important part. I drink a lot of fruit juice as well. I mainly aim at juices that like provide energy. So I'll drink like combinations of like pineapple juice, orange juice, like grape juice, like loads of things that will give me like a lot of nutrients that will like keep me awake. I tend to avoid coffee and
I don't believe that at all. You are clearly cracked out right now.
I tend to avoid it, but I do drink a lot of energy drinks when it's like getting to like the end bit. I
Oh
suppose it's
no.
my downfall, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm addicted to like Monster, so
Oh
that's
no.
a bad thing. People do actually say like, geez, because I literally do sit at my computer. I sit down all day long, but I'm really like energetic. As you can see, I'm talking. I'm just like blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah
like
when I make
I'm amazed
videos.
at how much energy you have.
I think that's like how I like stay fit because I just like talk with my hands so much, like I'm dancing whilst I'm having a
You're-
conversation.
You stay fit because you're jittery and cracked out all day. All right.
Yeah, exactly. That is it. Everyone believe I'm a drug addict.
Yeah,
And
no, I agree with you. Like cooking giant batches. Whenever Guild Wars 2 starts, I'm going to cook probably like a 6-pound pork roast. And then from there, you can just pull off little pieces of meat here and there to snack on, make fajitas out of that,
Yeah.
stir fries. And then something else is, I've been making these fruit smoothies where you just throw in like a cup of frozen fruit, some protein powder, some milk, and then you're good to go. And it's
yeah,
quick, it's easy. Yeah. So that's what
definitely
gamers need to
like
think about. Well, go ahead.
whey protein as well. Like whey protein, I think is so good for you because you can put that in like a fruit smoothie. It's healthy, but you've also got like the energy to keep you going. And people forget about that. Like the junk food is not giving you energy. It's just most often it just like makes you more tired. So you really need like things like bananas as well, like to activate the energy. Things like porridge oats, things that will like keep you going throughout the day. And it's just like exercise or going to work. Even though you're just sat at your PC, you're still straining yourself by like using your brain. You're talking to people and your eyes will get strained as well, and your arms get tired. And
A lot of times whenever I start a video game, I want to kind of put everything aside, put aside my exercise and my diet and like game as much as possible. But actually, if you take the few hours, I don't know, the 1 or 2 hours a day to exercise and plan your meals, the rest of your gaming time is going to go so much smoother and better because you're going to be more energized, you're going to feel happier, you just have better focus, be a better gamer, and yeah.
yeah, exactly. It will be a much more in that time to like do these things, like eat properly and sleep properly. I mean, when the Guild Wars 2 beta first came out, I was just like, okay, I played 40 hours out of the 70-hour weekend, and that is a lot. But I made sure that like every 5 hours, I was having like a half an hour nap, and then I would get up, splash my face with water, like calm myself down, get a drink, get food. And I made sure that I ate regularly. I was eating like stir fry like every couple of hours. I was drinking like juice and stuff like that. So by taking those like half an hour breaks, like it really extended my playtime and I could play for like 40 hours. So yeah, it was definitely a lot better.
Yeah, actually, that's what I
I'm
did.
really organized though.
What's that?
I'm really organized though. Everyone, like if anyone ever watches like one of my streams, I'll always like start my stream like, "Hey guys, I've got my jug here." I'm like, "Hey guys, right, I've got my jug of juice,
Uh-huh.
and I've got this chicken, and I've got this stir fry." And they always laugh at me because I have like my desk like lined out with like stuff, and even if I'm just streaming for 4 hours, I know that I'm going to be sat on my PC for 4 hours, so I need a drink, I need some food, and like stuff to keep me going. And I think even for short periods of time, I will plan it like to the point that it's a little bit crazy.
No, no one's calling you crazy, but no, no. I think that's so important. Just prior planning and being organized. I think that more than anything else, just a little prior planning is going to help you be healthy. That's the biggest thing to be healthy.
Guild Wars 2, for example, if you're a bit tired, you just like, I'm just going to do some crafting, or I'm going to talk to my friends, or you can do other things that aren't essentially like focusing on like killing stuff, which is why I prefer MMOs to other games. Because if you're tired playing League of Legends or Dota 2, you're just going to fail. There's nothing. You should just not be playing if you're tired. And I think
Right.
with MMOs, you can kind of do other things to distract yourself, and I think that's important as well. If you're leveling like really, really fast on like the first couple of days of Guild Wars 2, just take a break, get some food, and whilst you're doing that, if you don't want to leave the game, just eat and drink and, maybe do some crafting or other things that aren't so like strenuous on your brain.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. It's MMOs feel a lot less, a lot more relaxing. Like when you
Yeah.
get on League of Legends, it's almost stressful. I get
It
stressed out. Yeah.
You should see me stream. I'm shouting. I'm just like, oh my God, like this is so stressful. I like, if I'm playing with anyone, I'm shouting. I'm like, why did you do that? And I'm not an angry person at all. Like, I'm
Mhm.
so chilled out, but like MOBAs just make me have this inner rage. I just get so angry.
I could totally see that. You're cracking out and your arms are going everywhere. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like positive thinking. Seems like you're a pretty positive person. What do you do to stay positive?
I actually, it sounds really cheesy, but I like to have goals like throughout the day, whether it's just, I need to do this by the end of the day. So YouTube, an example, if I need to get this video done, I'll always kind of have a goal that like to keep me work towards. I get really like, not down, that's kind of a bit of an exaggeration, but I just feel a bit demotivated if I've got nothing to work towards. So in gaming, to keep me positive and keep me alert, I'll always be like, but I want to do this by the end of the day, or I want to go see this. And I kind of give myself little tasks that I want to do to keep me motivated and keep me kind of like striving for more rather than just being like, I'm so tired, I need to go to sleep. I'll be like, no,
Yeah,
right, I'm going to do this and
that's fine. Let
surround
me just
myself
pop
with
a
people.
monster and I'll be good to go.
Yes, but my guild motivate me so much well, and that again sounds really cheesy, but if I'm tired, we'll all kind of pick ourselves up, we'll all start singing on Mumble or voice chats or whatever and
Oh
telling
my god.
jokes, and no, it's really fun. It keeps you awake.
Well, yeah. All right. I'll let you. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that one day. We'll see.
Do it. Have a sing song, tell some jokes, get people to do impressions, funny accents. It livens everyone up. They get excited.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's an interesting point. Is whenever you're around people that are energetic and positive, you kind of take on their energy. You kind of feel
Exactly it.
positive, energetic. Same way with negative people. So I think that's so important to just surround yourself with people that you enjoy
Yeah.
being around.
When it got to like the final hours of the first beta weekend was when my whole guild just went so hard on Guild Wars 2 because everyone was so excited to play. And the last few hours we were waiting to do like the final event, and we were so down, but we all just kind of stood in one place. We weren't doing anything in game, and we were just chatting to each other, just like laughing and joking, and we all like woke up. So definitely it works.